Trilingual Luxembourg. Is the trilingual education system in Luxembourg a system of integration or a system of failure? My name is Dr. Ursula Schinzel. I'm going to present you one of my researches, and you always can have a look at my weblog ursulaschinzel.com. My research question is the trilingual education system in Luxembourg a system of integration or a system of failure? My originality is that a separation into Luxembourg nationals, Luxembourg including all the foreigners and the rest of the world, these three categories. And the questionnaires were filled in by a total of 152, Luxembourg nationals 62, Luxembourg all 110 and the rest of the world 42, and I performed 36 interviews. This is to describe the current system of the trilingual Luxembourgish public education system. In kindergarten, the language of instruction is Luxembourgish. In primary school, they will switch to German as language of instruction, and step by step it will be replaced by French. In secondary school, the language of instruction is French. The discussed two reform systems, there are two parallel choices. For example, choice A, in kindergarten the language of instruction would be Luxembourgish, and then in primary and in secondary school the language of instruction would be German. Or the choice B, still in kindergarten the language of instruction Luxembourgish, but then in primary and secondary school the language of instruction would be French. Let's have a short look at Hofstede's Luxembourg cultural dimensions. With a low power distance, high uncertainty avoidance, low individualism, masculinity medium, long-term orientation high, indulgence versus restraint medium, and monumentalism 24. The question is, here we have hypothesis 1, the native Luxembourgers score high on trilingualism. The Luxembourg all will score lower on trilingualism than the Luxembourg nationals, and the rest of the world scores lowest on trilingualism. The hypothesis 2, the Luxembourg nationals score lowest on bilingualism. The Lux alls will score higher on bilingualism, and the rest of the world scores highest on bilingualism. Hypothesis 3, Lux nationals all and the rest of the world will equally low score on other school options. The results from the questionnaires. What is your personal opinion? Which system would you prefer? And I prefer the trilingual public education system, was answered by Luxembourg nationals 84%, Luxembourg all 65%, and the world 52% still. The bilingual system 16%, Luxembourg nationals, the Luxembourg all 24%, and the world 45%, and other options 36% Luxembourg nationals, Luxembourg all 37%, and the world 34%. This is to resume the answers. Trilingualism is preferred by 84% Lux nationals, 69% by Luxembourg all, and 52% the world. So the interviews. The interviews analyzes main themes among the 36 interviewers. First, the integration, not separation of the population. Second, learning the three official languages of the country is important, Luxembourgish, French and German. Third, it's a preparation for the multicultural and multilingual reality in Luxembourg. And fourth, there's a high failure rate given the fact that children do not understand the language of instruction, especially in mathematics, biology, chemistry and history. And fifth, insufficient command of English. Discussion and implications. In huge majority, respondents from Luxembourg nationals, Luxembourg, the world provided astonishingly similar answers. Trilingualism is part of the Luxembourgish constitution, namely Luxembourgish, French and German are the three official languages of the country. It is the characteristics of the country, it is its culture, its collective programming of the mind, following Hofstede. And while in Switzerland and in Belgium, there are the trilingualism is a separatist. Luxembourg lives an integrative trilingualism. That's a real challenge for everybody. The challenge is that everybody is thought to speak at least the three official languages of the country, a challenge worth fighting for. And in a world of increasing separation, conflict, crisis and war, the integrative tolerant system of Luxembourg may serve as an example for peace, integration, tolerance and harmonious coexistence among people from different race, color and mother tongue. What are the limitations of my research? I'm a single researcher, so resources and time are limited. Larger samples would allow for the application of more sophisticated statistical methods, such as regression models. But still, I think the answers were really interesting. Future research, there could be a profound comparison in the multilingual field between Luxembourg and Canada, because there is quite separatist concepts in these countries, Alsace, Switzerland and Belgium, and combining language and management could be interesting to look to focus in there. And research in multilingualism departing from bilingualism as a coexistence of parallel linguistic systems, and move forward towards situating linguistic practices in social, historical, cultural and political contexts. And we could focus on cross-border work. The only source of knowledge is experience. Einstein. Thank you very much for your attention, and we all need people who will give us feedback. That's how we improve. Bill Gates. Thank you very much. Always welcome on my website.